Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I'm your host, Rumboyz Robbie. We at the gang backstage. So we'll be introducing them. But first things first, make sure that you like the live stream, share the damn content. Okay, share it everywhere that you possibly can. Reddit it, Snapchat it, Twitter it, Facebook it, Instagram it, all that good stuff. All right, put this live stream everywhere. All right. Um, also follow us on Twitch. Yeah, also follow us on Twitch as well. Um, we're gonna go ahead and get right into our promotions, our sponsors. Yo, head on over to shopgld.com. Get iced out. Spring is on the way. DM me at Rumboyz Robbie for a special link to get hooked up with your discounts. But yo, let's go ahead and check out our homies on the yacht, chilling, rocking the bling.
Hop out in Miami when no land, ain't got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, or turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good friend, go where you're not.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, that is Shop GLD. Again, Shop GLD. Get on over there, get draped up, drip down like your boy Rumboyz Robbie. You see, I'm rocking my Dodgers chain. You can represent your favorite team as well. Get looking fresh for the summer. Also, want to shout out our homies over at Pro Football Focus, giving us the latest and greatest fantasy football format. You get to draft a full 53-man roster when you head to all22.com. Again, that is all22.com. Use promo code RUMBOYS upon checkout for the full subscription of all 22. Get exclusive breakdown, highlights, player profiles, rankings, so on and so forth with the homies over there at PFF and all 22. All 22, think of it like your Madden franchise mode, if you will. You and your friends will compete in a league of 10 to 12, 10 to 12 man league, and you'll draft a full 53-man roster. You're going to be picking formations week in and week out. It's really taking fantasy football to the next level. It's like, you're really running. It really feels as close to the real thing like as possible, like close, like being like a real GM. It's a little bit different than regular fantasy. So take your fantasy game up a notch if you haven't already with all 22. And then also I want to shout out our homies over at Champions Round. Play Champions Round today. Link is in the description. Check out our daily dozen games where you can place a $12 wager, if you will. Yep, a $12 wager. And on that $12 wager, you can return $2,400 when you get 7 out of 12 of the daily dozen props right. Daily dozens over there on Champions Round. Check out Champions Round. Link is in the description. All righty. Let's see here. I know right now one of our guys is having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we'll get him on. But we do have the homie Gator J backstage. What is good, Gator? Muted.
You damn rookie. You damn rookie. What are you doing? Muting
pod,
yourself.
bro?
I mean, I'm fine now. I had such a good intro, and because it was muted, you didn't get to hear any of it. But it's all good, I guess. No, it's good to be here on a Friday. I mean, I've tried to get here on Fridays multiple times, and you always get me on a date night, or I gotta do something, and I don't get to get in here. But it was I got to jump on for a minute last night, and tonight I was like, you know what? Screw this date night crap. You've had your date nights. I'm jumping in tonight for at least a little while. Hopefully we get a mic in here shortly. But yeah, I'm good, Robbie. I'm good. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty well, man. Excited to talk some football. We have some interesting headlines tonight, but I mean, first things first, we have to do what we have to do. Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the rum boys and girls. What it do, dilly dilly. Ooh, that's cold. Fuck.
The
um,
mountains are blue, baby. The mountains are blue.
fill one of these up. Yo, holy shit! You can go for a fucking day. Go for a couple of days. Made a life choice, Robbie. Going back to electrical school to finish 4 years of school. It'll be worth it. Hell yeah, that'll be worth it. Trade school is where it's at. Good shit, nerd. Good shit. What's good, Albert? What is up? What is up? What is up? I'm gonna move some things around until Mike gets here. That's cool with you.
Let's do
I
it.
want to go ahead. We're going to just attack this the second topic on the show sheet. We'll get to our featured covered athlete here in a minute when Mike gets here. Do you hear about this whole Saquon and his agent BS happening with the New York Giants?
No, the first time I heard about it was when I read the show sheet. To be quite honest, $14 million. Okay, so you're saying they turned down $14 million? Was that for a 1-year deal?
I'm not sure if it was a 1-year deal. The report that I got only listed the listing price. They didn't have the terms on it. I'm assuming that it's probably 2 to 3 years or something or the other at 14 mil. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good for the New York Giants and Saquon Barkley. And his team, especially with the way they've kind of began building things, they need Saquon. What are your thoughts on this? And this is agent that was like, yeah, no, we're not taking that. So,
yeah, and I don't blame the agent for that because he signed his 4-year deal that was just over 31 million for the 4 years, right? And so I mean, if it was a 1-year deal, I mean, I don't know what he's getting on the tag this year, but I gotta imagine it's like 13, right? So I don't. Why would you sign a 1-year deal? Because that's got to be a 1-year deal. It's the way that just feels like a 1-year deal to me.
and if it's a 1-year deal,
if it's a 4 or 5-year deal at 14 million per, okay, then there's a discussion to be had. But if it's a 1-year deal, 14 million, he's making that on the tag anyway. Screw off.
Exactly, and that's what I'm. If you're offering them that for 1 year, that's a slap in the face.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because if he's going to get 14, 13 on the tag anyways, yeah, it's a slap in the face. I mean, as much as he's done for your organization, I get that you don't want to go for broke for a running back. Give him 2-3 years. Give him, I want to say like 18, 17, move the marker up a little bit.
If they're going to throw a 1-year deal at him, they've got cap space, right? It should have been, if it's going to be a 1-year deal. I mean, again, you're talking about somebody that's on the tag. So, I mean, it's not like I don't know how the tag works when it comes down to it all, but it's a 1-year deal, whether he's on the tag or whether he signs a $14 million contract. That they're probably one and the same, or dollar amount. They're probably real close. I think it's maybe it's a $10 or $11 million deal on the tag, but still, it's when you're sitting there and if they're going to do a 1-year deal, he may as well just be on the tag. Why offering 14 million for 1 year? That's the other. It's confusing as hell to me, because if it's 14 million, that's basically half of his. His rookie deal was what 31-1, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So over for 4 years. So they're gonna 14 million, call it 15 million, just to be even numbers here, making half of his rookie contract. But it's got to be, there's got to be years on that. It's got to be 2 years or 3 years.
There's got to be years on it. The guy's put his body on the line for your organization. He deserves a little bit more respect than the low ball offers. And it was 12 million, then it was 13, and then they went to 14. So it is climbing, but it's not looking like it's going to go in the right direction. For this running back in our feature covered athlete tonight, it's not look, things aren't going in the right direction for the running back market. And what's crazy is that some of these guys are are still performing even with age.
Okay, so I'm just looking back at some of the history while you're talking about it. During the bye week last year, Barkley turned down 12 million annually.
Mhm.
But again, it doesn't say the length of years, whether it's a 3-year deal. Because I would think at this point he would want at least a 3 to 4 year deal, if not more, of course.
I'm thinking he would want. I don't think that Barkley is coming in this in the essence of being greedy. I think that he's coming in this in the essence of like, give me 3 years and let me finish out
Absolutely.
my. And I think that he's thinking of the mindset. Let me take care of my family, but simultaneously finish my career as a New York Giant.
Okay, so this is what looking at Bob Brokover of NJ.com. The Giants
Mhm.
offered Barkley a new multi-year deal with a base annual of 13 million. It doesn't say the length of it. So again, 2 years, 3 years, but it's a base annual of 13 with incentives to reach 14. And then he compared it to Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey is 16 million per year.
Dallas just scored. I would want for CMC. Saquon wanted CMC 16 mil, but that ain't happening. I feel like if you're New York and the way that you're building that team, you just lock in Daniel Jones, lock in Saquon for an extra 2 years, 3 years.
Okay, but
Pay him 16. I feel like Saquon. This man is in my division. You think I want to keep Saquon in my division? No, but I'm also a fucking NFL analyst. Okay, I'm a podcaster, and with that being said, I have a job to do. So, unbiasedly speaking, pay the man his money. As a fan, it's gonna suck that he's in my division, but as an analyst, I feel that Saquon is worth that.
he's going to
And I,
stay. He's going to stay in your division no matter whether it's the New York Giants or the Dallas Cowboys. It's just going to be, which side of the coin do you want to face? Because if the Cowboys can get a hold of Saquon Barkley, they're doing that, right?
If the Cowboys do it, yes, the Cowboys would do it, but then they're gonna have to free up something somewhere else. They don't know how to
Right, Tony
clean up
Pollard.
their chest. Yeah, I don't like that. Don't, God, please don't. Like Tony Pollard shares from a fantasy football standpoint, like those are gonna greatly diminish. I don't want any parts of Saquon in Dallas. And then Dallas fans gonna be, oh well, now we're gonna win. And it's like, no, all you did was just recreate the same fucking thing. This is the definition of insanity.
Jerry Jones, how are you?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking old senile ass. Like no, I don't want to reinvent the wheel, and I don't from the player standpoint, I don't want to put Saquon through that. Let the man retire a New York Giant. Let him finish his career as a New York Giant.
Okay, but you can't say that yet because he's only been in the league for 4 years,
Right. But
right? So
I'm also coming from the preference of the viewpoint of running backs don't last long.
yeah, but Saquon is a whole different thing because again, he's been in the league for 4 years, but one of those, basically a year and a half of that, he didn't play with the injury.
Yeah.
So maybe he does. Maybe he is that guy that lasts that 6 years, 7 years, right? A Christian McCaffrey style, where he does last for a while. Walter Payton style,
Speaking of running backs, rest in peace to the legendary Jim Brown.
Jim Brown, absolutely 100%. 5/19/23 will definitely be a day that we shall all remember
I'll
in the
remember.
sports industry. Yep. One of the legendary backs.
Mhm.
Even though he was Cleveland, and Cleveland football has not been what it has been or what it was back in the day. Yeah.
But he represented well. Sorry for us to change.
No,
gears, but yeah.
that was a great side note right there. So I'm glad you brought that up because It wasn't on the show sheet because it was later in the day that it broke. But
Bro, yeah.
yeah, so yeah, but no, I mean Saquon could be that guy that actually ends up with a 6, 7, 8 year career because of missing that. He doesn't have the mileage on his tires that a lot of running backs do to start their career. Now I got a question for you though. Saquon over CMC, $16 million. Which one are you taking right now?
I mean, I would prefer CMC. Like if we're talking about like a guy playing on my squad, we're talking about like, if I'm a GM, of any team, like yeah, I want CMC just because of what I can do with him in the system.
Mm-hmm.
But on the to make a case for Saquon though, I know that he could shelter the load if any other piece of my offense falters because he's had to do that his whole fucking career.
I mean,
So
he did it last year with no wide receivers. I mean, he was the whole offense.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's a bittersweet thing about being like, from like the Saquon standpoint. When I think about it from his standpoint, it's like, damn, like you could be trapped in this place where that's just all that you're going to be doing is sheltering the load. And it's like, fuck, like maybe let New York pass on you and go get you a fucking ring, bro. Like, I don't mind. I feel like ring chasing is a player by player thing. Like, bro, like go get yours. Like, I feel like Saquon should go get his. Whether that's the bag or whether that's the ring, he needs to go and get his. I don't think that he should walk away from New York and go to like fucking the Texans, like or go like the Cardinals. Like, no, like don't do that. Go to a contender, go get you a ring.
No, we kind of talked about that last night when we were talking about LeBron, but the chase the rings, go get your bag, whatever is going to make you happy. Now, if it makes him happy to stay in New York, cool, but he deserves a ring, right?
Yeah.
I think he's proven in, like I said, he's only been in the league for 4 years, and again, a year and a half of that or so he's been injured. So call it 2.5 years he's been in the league. And I already believe that he deserves a ring.
Yeah.
Right. So if that is go to Cleveland, go to Dallas, go to, whatever other team, Washington, if they build it back, or if it's stay in New York, because that's what makes you happy, whatever is going to make him happy is what he should do. But I think right now, again, going back to what you said a minute ago, and we all know this already, but the volatility of the running back position, especially in the NFL, is such a short lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to get your bag when you can get your bag.
Yeah.
The plus side for him is that, again, like I said a minute ago, he doesn't have the wear and tear on the tires, right? Because of that year and a half, but yet he was still getting paid. So he gets a year and a half of, call it bonus time, whatever you want to call it, to where, take a CMC, for instance, his first 4 years, I don't have the numbers right in front of me. Let's say he had 2,000 touches in his first 4 years, where Saquon only had, 1,200 touches because, again, he had that year and a half off. That tells me that Saquon's going to last longer. So he should get his bag and get his bag, a bigger bag. So we shall see. But I mean, if I can get Saquon on my squad, give me Saquon, because the dude is a man.
Exactly. And Sean, to your point, though, to what you just brought up there in the chat, do you feel like teams aren't valuing running backs? I do feel that way. I feel like the market has greatly diminished, but I feel like that there has to be something in play because of how pivotal the role is to a team winning. There needs to be compensation fairly for the top half, for that top 0.5% of running backs that are really putting a dent in the game, like the Derrick Henrys and these guys that are getting old, and the wear and tear and just the beating that your body takes as a running back. These guys, I feel like it needs to be they need to be hooked up. And of course, they're already getting hooked up, but shit,
Yeah, tell her to stop texting you while we're on air.
It's my bro. But I'm like, no.
Well, so I 100% agree with that. But the I think the same thing is true when it comes to fantasy football. How we value running backs. That's where the zero RB or the hero RB comes in. So you've got
Mhm.
like a Saquon or a CMC. There's very few. Oh, hello. How are you? I'm by myself, I guess now, but that's cool. There's very few teams that are running the backs the way they used to run them. So every team now has a committee of backs, right? So you can look at San Francisco, even with CMC, they still got 74 or running backs on the team.
Yeah,
I mean,
74.
it's crazy. It's a 53-man roster, and every man on the team has dual designation as an RB plus their normal position. Like even the left tackle is an RB left tackle. Every single, even Mike Shanahan or Kyle Shanahan is a HC slash RB. The freaking GM. I mean, I am not bullshit you, John Lynch. If you look at
Everybody's
his
a fucking
title,
running back.
if you look at his title, it's GM slash RB. Every single person in the San Francisco organization has RB next to their title. So I mean, it is what it is. We all have to get used to that because that's where the NFL is going. The
Yeah.
NFL is absolutely devaluing running backs. There are certain ones that they just will not be able to devalue. Like we all know,
And that's where I was saying that there has to be
Saquon.
justification. That maybe they're and then that's where the PA that and I don't mean for us to get too much into NFL politics, but I mean if there's any show that should be doing it, it is this show.
Yeah.
The NFL PA, you need to be stepping in. You need to be saying, okay, quarterbacks, receivers, are getting paid this much. Look at what these guys are doing, toting the rock for your roster for your team. We need to sit down and have a discussion of what at least the bare minimum is going to be.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to get somebody in place and not a defensive minded. I mean, DeMaurice Smith is defensive minded. So, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I probably should have muted myself when I said that.
Every because this is every fucking PA president. Every fucking PA president. Like, I don't know how they end up getting, even with Acho, like I was like, how did you get here? And it's just, you would think that they would pick the more outspoken voice. They always end up picking someone super intelligent. But
can we get Peyton Manning as the voice?
Dog. I mean, as long as he can fucking go in that room against the owners and handle a debate. I mean,
we'll just get Eli to handle that.
Oh yeah,
Cooper, come in here right quick.
Exactly. Fuck, like no, like it needs to be someone that can go in there and argue on the behalf of the players, like almost like a lawyer, and kind of straighten things out. I want to go in from one running back into here. Actually, let me take a look at the show sheet really quick. I'm trying to give Mike a chance. All right. No, we're gonna talk Minnesota. No, actually. We're going into this Davante Adams thing right quick. All right. So rumor mill has it. First off, Vegas, good job on you guys. I guess you're becoming a fucking sports city all of a sudden. It's weird, but hey. The Las Vegas Raiders are having turmoil inside their organization. Apparently, Davante Adams has gone on record to state that he nor the organization are in the same place in terms of direction of where the team should be going. For a player that they invested this amount of money and time into, it doesn't seem that things have gone correctly in terms of building around this specific piece. What are your thoughts on what's happening with Davante and the Raiders? What's this relationship looking like? It doesn't seem like any receiver has a great relationship with the Raiders. What are your thoughts?
I mean, not surprised at all. I mean, Devontae Adams moved to Vegas to be there with his college buddy, Derek Carr, and, what, 7 games or 4 games left in the season, they sat him and then let him walk. I mean, he had a good thing in Green Bay. Decided to, basically Green Bay tried to give him the exact same amount of money
Yeah.
that Vegas gave him, but he wanted to be there with Derek Carr. And all of a sudden, Vegas didn't want Derek Carr, so they let him get out of town. So, anybody that's surprised that Devontae Adams is not happy with what's going on with the Raiders organization, and they're fooling themselves because, it's not even writing on the wall. It's headlines, right? Because you should know this. It's printable shit because he said he went there for Derek Carr. He wanted to be there with his Fresno State quarterback. They let his Fresno State quarterback go, and he's like, okay, so, and then they bring in Jimmy G, who, in my opinion, is a worse quarterback. I like Derek, I think Derek Carr is a better quarterback than Jimmy G is, especially on balls thrown down the field. Jimmy G likes to check down, so.
How the Las Vegas Patriots is ran is a joke.
Well, the only thing that Vegas is doing different from the Patriots is they do have a single running back. They have a multitude of running backs there.
Gator, you got rid of the tight end though as well. I get the draft pick of Meyer.
Yeah, they brought in probably the best landing spot for a tight end at that point, especially with Jimmy G being there, who loves to pepper the tight end. So for fantasy, it's perfect. Go get Meyer, right? Because that's what Jimmy G does is he peppers.
I think we might have it working backstage. I think we might have life backstage, just so you know.
So go get Michael Mayer because he's going to get peppered with targets. He's a better receiver than he is a blocker anyway, right? The thing with them getting rid of Waller is they got shit for him. They got a 3rd-round pick, whatever.
Dog shit.
Who cares? Why they did it, I have no clue. Unless maybe it was there was an argument that we'll never know about.
Hey, keep going.
There had to be an argument we didn't know about. Other than the wedding stuff. We knew about the wedding stuff. That was public. There had to be something else, like maybe the wedding gift wasn't acceptable.
Firing him for Waller cut.
But when you look at what Michael Mayer can bring in the tight end position to a Jimmy G, he can truly be that Greg or that Kittle.
So then maybe. All right, so then here's a better question given Devontae Adams' words. Do they have things sufficient enough right now to be able to win football games and keep Devontae Adams?
Fuck no. No. They're in the AFC West. They're in the AFC West. That's first and foremost. You gotta face the Chiefs twice a year. You gotta face the Chargers twice a year, and now Denver with Sean Payton twice a year. Not Denver with Hackett, but Denver with Payton. I mean, so there's a huge difference, right? So, I mean, you're facing 3 teams.
Raiders tanking for Bo Nix.
Bo Nix ain't going to help that team at all. Bo Nix isn't going to help that team.
The Raiders will Raider.
Yeah, the Raiders will Raider that up. I mean, they just continue to F shit up. That's what they do. Moving to Vegas was probably the best thing for their marketing, though.
So does Devontae find a way out of his deal somehow?
I mean, it's not the NBA, so it's not the players. The players don't have the pool in the NFL that the players do in the NBA, right? Not yet, anyway. Does he find his way out? Eventually, I think he does. Where does he go? Oh, look at you! Look at you!
Oh, nice. That sounds like
That
that's amazing.
looks good.
Yeah, that looks good.
Can you bring me a couple of those over?
I know.
Yeah.
I should have gotten those.
You probably need those after your last half hour.
Fucking tech issues over here. So the situation is very interesting because you basically go in debt for this receiver, and now the receiver's not happy. So I picture Devontae getting ready to start throwing fits. He's going to try and find a way to make them be like, we need to get rid of you. So I expect him. I expect him to kind of start acting an ass a little bit.
I don't think he will. I think he's a much smarter person than that. And he's going to be that. Think about the late 80s, early 90s. I'm sorry, maybe he was
He's about to TO it, bro. He's about to TO the fuck out of it.
No. And I was going to compare him to Jerry Rice compared to TO. Whereas Jerry Rice still wanted to play. It was like, look, 49ers, you don't want to sign me. You don't want to keep me on the team. I'll go play across the bay. Just so I can play.
That was a terrible move.
But he wanted to play.
Yeah.
And he didn't care about anything other than playing at that point.
Yep, this is true.
Right? So in TO, go back to one of the original comments was ring chasing, right? So but TO was like ring chasing, but he was doing it to a point of, but he only bounced on good teams. Like he didn't get traded to a bad team. Right? He never got traded to Cleveland.
But that's what makes Adams situation. The only way Adams is getting out of this, for real, you got to wow the fuck out. You got to wow out.
No, he doesn't. Because all he
walk in and kick the fucking coach in the nuts.
No. Stop. Listen. Not everybody is an asshole. And I don't think Devontae Adams is an asshole.
He's not.
Devontae Adams is actually going to go in there and play ball.
Yeah.
And he will be like behind the scenes. I want out. But on the field and in public, he's going to be, look, I'm a Raider.
In the same breath, he also said, it doesn't matter who my quarterback is. I've already proven that I could go out there and I could put up, 1,000+ yards season in, season out.
Yep.
What are your thoughts, Mike? Now that you're here.
I'd rather just wait for the next question.
Okay.
You want to talk about Devontae Adams?
It's not that. It's just my brain is so foggy. I'd rather start fresh.
Okay, I feel you.
Can you do me a favor? Tell that cat that I don't like cats.
Yeah, I don't fucking like cats either.
Okay. Because she's not home, I can say it. I don't like you either.
Yeah, I think that's pretty common.
Gator,
We're a dog channel.
I went 10 years not giving in, and then I finally had to give in 10 years later.
Damn.
You're P-whipped.
No, she got you. She got you by the balls, bro.
Got your nutsack.
So now that Mike is here, we can actually get into our cover athlete of the night.
And now I have to scroll up on the show sheet to get back up to the top here.
Dalvin.
Yeah, so Dalvin Cook, where are we thinking that he's going to land? The Minnesota Vikings, I love the way that they try to do it. They try to do it like this was the most like
not subtle, but subtle.
Yeah, not subtle, but subtle breakup. It's like, yo, we all fucking saw it. Like, we know, like, just go ahead and make the fucking status, bro. Like, just change it to it ain't even as complicated anymore. That shit's a full-on fucking breakup. Where's Dalvin going to end up? What's happening with Dalvin Cook?
All right, so I want to give Gator's the one that told me where he was at. So I want to give credit where credit is due because I forgot where Ian Hartitz is working now. Because when I saw it for my show on Tuesday night,
Fantasy Life, yeah.
I knew he left where he was at, but I couldn't remember where he was at. So thanks to Gator in the chat that night, Gator let me know where he was at so I could hook everyone up. But them putting Madison on their Twitter was hilarious because the day before, less than 24 hours before that, it was, there's a chance that he's going to still be on the team. We might work something out. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay? Bullshit. Where does he go? There's something telling me that it's Miami. But the one that came across my timeline that could happen but scares the living daylights out of me is over in your NFC East.
Fuck.
Could he become a Dallas Cowboy?
Just thought about it.
I was thinking about that.
And
I was so thinking about that.
with Tony Pollard being Tony Pollard and coming off the injury and them not having a bruiser, I mean, you aren't having Rojo might not make the team, and you have Deuce Vaughn who's smaller than freaking who's shorter might be shorter than Steffi Smalls, Robbie.
Okay, listen, simmer down with A.
She's tiny.
I know. Well, I was talking about Deuce.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling him short.
He is short. He is
He's
short.
short for a running back. But I think he could end up in Dallas or Miami. Other than that, I have no idea where he could go, but I don't think he's going to go to a shitty team.
I don't think he's going to go to a shitty team, though.
He's either going to go to a contender or he's going to go to a state that doesn't have sales tax, or income tax, and that's why I say Miami, because he went to a high school in Miami.
Look, Florida don't do a whole hell of a lot right, but they do that.
Yes, they do. They do a lot of things right, including
you don't
no
see
sales
that
tax.
flag in the background?
Including no sales tax. We win championships in college and NFL, by the way.
And entertain us with your daily Florida man.
Hey,
bullshit fuckery.
If there wasn't Florida man, there'd be Colorado man.
This is probably true.
Or Georgia man.
That ain't even like that's no cap. That's for real no cap. Oh my gosh. He's like, wait, hold on.
As you said Dallas, I was actually thinking Dallas would be a great fit because of, again, Robbie, you and I were talking about this earlier with Saquon. I think that would be a great fit for him. I got another one for you. Because I do believe Miami is a good fit. But again, Miami is somewhere where Dalvin wants to go. Right? He's come out in public and said that. Yeah. You know, there's also been the, maybe him and his brother in Buffalo, kind of a thing. I don't think that works out.
I don't
Dallas, I like the Dallas fit, again, like I said, with Saquon. But the one that I think makes even a little bit more sense.
Don't take my take.
The ring in counting. Kansas City.
Okay.
There's been multiple rumors about Kansas City needing a running back and going after a high-end rental. This is what Dalvin Cook is right now, is a high-end rental, basically a one-year deal.
Last year, Vikings drafted Ty Chandler for nothing.
That's true. But that's what Dalvin Cook is right now, is a one-year rental. And he's probably going to be a one-year rental for the rest of his career, whether that's 3 years, 2 years, whatever that is.
Yeah.
He's going to live on one-year deals. Sean, I don't think he goes to Denver because Denver has so many backs in the backfield. It's almost like there's no sense in him going to San Francisco because, well, I mean, take CMC out of it, but there's still 64 other running backs, including John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, that are on the running back depth chart. So there's no sense in him going to San Francisco, nor Denver, because I think, hang on one second. Let me just refresh. Yep, they did. Now we have Sean Payton has now got a running back tag next to the HC as well in Denver, so that's no good. So not good for Dalvin Cook going to Denver.
Okay, wait, but I will say I kind of do like the Denver take. I feel like it is far fetched. I think that with Sean Payton's first year, he's trying to be like, hey, I need to fucking figure out what I got right now, what I'm working with what I have, and then he's going to start making upgrades after this first season as a head coach. For me, the Los Angeles Rams, a team that we never cover on this fucking channel for some reason. The Los Angeles Rams I think that could be a fit. I think that could be a thing. It is a
We said
very LA.
we said contender.
Cooper Cup still there. Matthew Stafford.
You know how much?
Like,
You know how much money he's going to lose coming here?
I mean, hey, it's LA though.
63% tax rate.
It's LA. It's LA. I could see that. Not too far removed off the Super Bowl. I could see that. I damn sure don't see. I don't see any free agents or any. I don't see any veterans. Period. Going to the fucking Cardinals. I don't think any veteran wants to play bad enough to where they want to play for the Cardinals, which we have a segment about. I love how like where it's just each one sets it up. Cook to Arizona makes sense, but they're not a winning team. Yeah, Cook to Arizona does not make sense when he's
Because
bouncing
they're not.
around from team to team to team to team to team, and he's on his last fucking leg. That's when it makes sense because that's where running backs go to die, i.e., Emmitt Smith.
By no means am I seeing or comparing, and I'm going to tell my age right here, but when you look at like Deion Sanders in his playing days, where he bounced, he got drafted by Atlanta, but where he bounced from Dallas to San Francisco, back to Dallas, back to San Francisco, back to Dallas, that whole chasing rings, right? And he did a damn good job doing it, but he was one of the best in the game. Basically, 1-year deals. He was the start, at least from what I can remember, of the 1 year. Him and Todd Haley both. Defensive linemen back in the day. They 1 year back and forth. I could see, and I'm not saying Dalvin Cook is on either one of their levels when it comes to production, in the game, because, well, totally different game between the 80s and 90s and now, of course. But like I said a minute ago, I could see Dalvin Cook going on that 1 year deal, and bounce from team to team to team, right? When you look at a Dalvin Cook is I think he was in the same draft class as Leonard Fournette, or he was a draft class earlier than Leonard Fournette.
I think he was 1 year before. I think he was the same. He was the same. He was the same. I think he was the same.
And you look at those two right now, and you go, I would rather have and it's a clear choice, in my opinion. You'd rather have Dalvin Cook, not only because he's on a team, but just because of what you know about Dalvin Cook and the person that he is, the runner that he is.
Detroit's perfectly set up, Sean. They're good. They don't need that.
Well, yeah, and if they wanted that, they had that with Swift. So
yeah,
they got what they needed in Gibbs, and Gibbs is gonna just be a freaking superstar.
Yeah,
because he's a better pass catcher than Swift is, and Swift is a great pass catcher. Gibbs is a better pass catcher, and probably better outside the numbers than Swift is ever thought about being. Because you got Monty in the middle, so you ain't got to do anything else. Gibbs can do all the stuff everywhere else. But going back to Cook,
Dalvin, yeah,
he is. If he gets on that 1 year deal, he could get like 4 rings in 5 years. If he goes 1 year, right? I mean, he could bounce from, like, for instance, Tampa wins it this year because that's where he's going to go, and then you go 2 years from now, Kansas City wins another one. No, I'm just playing, Mike. I'm just playing. He goes to Kansas City. Kansas City is going to damn sure win another one, right? Boom, get a ring. Go to Buffalo for a year. Go to Cincinnati for a year. Whatever he wants to do at that point. It's going to be fascinating to watch his career over these next 3 or 4 years, where he's doing these 1 year deals and just collecting rings. He's just going to be collecting jewelry and dollars over the next 3 years.
And if anyone could do it, I feel like it would be Dalvin. He's explosive enough still to where he makes such a big impact. And honestly, I feel like it's stupid as fuck. Really quick on the flip side of this, there's something I wanted to add in my take earlier. Minnesota, you're dumb as fuck. Personally, I don't think that Madison is ready to take over. I feel like Minnesota's looking at, Dallas is like, we're going to move on from Zeke and it's just going to be Pollard. They're like, well, we can do it too. And I interviewed both guys, and no, you can't. You can't. You can't.
Here's how
You
stupid
can't.
this is right now. Okay. Minnesota has Kirk Cousins under contract, but he's got an out this year. Or
Yeah.
after this year.
A year from now,
Basically,
yeah.
he's got an
Mhm.
out after this next year. Go ahead and sign Dalvin. Go ahead and get rid of Kirk Cousins after this year. Get you a rookie in there. Then you've got Jordan Addison, that guy. What's his name? Number 18.
Are
He
you
does
talking
that
about future Randy
dance.
Moss?
He
Yeah.
does that. He does that
The
dance
gritty?
thing that. Yes,
Yeah.
that one that everybody else does. What's his
Oh,
name?
Justin Jefferson, right? Yeah.
Jefferson. Okay, I kept wanting to say George Jefferson, but it's Justin Jefferson.
Hey, he George Jefferson strolling with the touchdowns.
You mean this? You mean this one?
The gritty. It's a parade of summer series.
that guy. And then you got Dalvin Cook, and you got yes, they have work to do defensively. Yes, they have work to do on the defensive line. Yes, they have work to do in other spots. But I mean, Jesus Christ, how close for a team that has never won? What are you doing? $85 million quarterback.
Well, had they fucking taken care of their kicker in the 90s, they would have never had that issue. They would have at least won something. That was a Gary Anderson joke.
Oh, I know what it was. We're old enough to know.
Speaking of Gary's.
Hey, y'all remember watching that fucking Super Bowl? That motherfucker.
Kickers, I'm old enough to remember. I'm old enough to remember wide right. You're not.
Wait. You mean wide right 2? Wide right.
Right. Well, one or two. Yeah. No, which one?
Oh, you mean the first one?
I mean Norwood.
Yeah. Well, I knew which one you meant. I knew who you meant. That's why I
saw the
asked you.
replay.
'Cause
Fuck you.
There was 3 of them for him.
Yeah,
Yo,
I meant
There
the
was
one.
2. There was 2.
Hold on.
And then there was a wide left because he
Hey, I want to shout out NFL Network for the other day putting on the most basura Super Bowl ever. Well, it was only basura because of one of the 2 teams that was in it. But Super Bowl 5. Shout out to Terry. Terry was fucking dotting them boys up in that joint. Terry did not give no fucks. Terry played with bones with a heart of steel, bro.
That's back when he was young, man.
Yeah,
aired his
Terry-
head back then.
Terry
He
ain't
aired
give
his head back then.
Yeah, Terry
On
was not
on both of them.
Yo, that was but Dallas was trash. Still, like y'all was trash then, still trash.
Yeah, back in that 4-year run that he just him and Franco, it was just dominant. It was dominant back in the 70s.
I love going back and fucking Jim Brown's Football Life was on 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Like I love going back watching like the old school stuff, man. The old school clips. Let me see what she just dropped in the private chat.
Yeah, I gotta take a quick step away. I'll be right back.
We're actually about to get into halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get into halftime here. On the other side of the show, we are gonna be handicapping some over/under NFL futures predictions based off of our homies over at CBS. Shout out to CBS NFL.
Vegas just
CBS
scored, by the
NFL.
way. Vegas just scored.
Oh, this game is about
1-1.
to get fucking intense. Oh, this game's about to get intense. And then we also have some fantasy football pick'ems, wide receiver 2 edition, and much more. What, Mike? Why are you confused?
No.
Wait. I think I already know which 2 songs we should do, Mike.
Okay, how do you want to do it then?
I'll do the first one, Plot. The second one, I'm thinking we do Smart Move. So like they're right down at the bottom.
All right, I'll do. Okay, you do. Okay, I'll do it all. Hold on.
Yeah, and that'll allow me to set up the graphics for the next segment.
Hold on. Let me get down to the bottom.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Why you down there?
Ligma.
All right.
Why are you down there?
Good. I'm ready. Go.
Play.
to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. See, life's kinda funny. You stick to the road to the riches and hope you don't crash like some dummy. To get to this money, you cut every piece of the pie to find out you sliced into an onion. Now let's change the subject. These niggas who think they got something, but actually they end up with nothing. It's getting disgusting. I'm tired of the fucking assumptions. I'm about to blow up like a ruckus, so stick to the plan. When you lose it, gotta get it again. Keep it moving, never stick in the sand. Even with tired, like Michelin man, shit, I know I'm the man, so I don't give a damn about opinions. I'm racking up millions, you stacking opinions. She throwing it back in the back of the venue. Now we taking off in her man and his feelings. Now back to the business, back to the lab with my niggas. Actually back doing laps in the trenches. It's my second home, I ain't have to go visit. I stay resident, embedded to live in the life of a nigga. By day we just niggas, at night we the victim. The life of go get 'em, so I'ma go get it. I stick to my plan and I stay on my mission. A plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. So this is my message. Sometimes you just living in life, be an actor. Don't try to direct it. Now let's change directions. It's like that we live full of lessons. Don't count chickens, start counting blessings before they go missing. I promise you, I'm on a mission. I want something, I'ma go get it. No hidden intentions. I open my eyes, saw my vision. Now everyone see that I'm gifted. I'm rapping like Christmas. You niggas just under a tree. I'm smoking it, not metaphorically. I'm smoking no tree. No one's smoking on me. So when I say you're under it, no, that means me. I'm a poet MC and I'm living my dream. Hoping that hopefully you see the hope in me. And if you don't, fuck it, cause I'm all I need. Keep my ear to the game and my mind to the streets. I'm a beast. Stick to the plan. Stick to the #1 mission at hand. Stay true to yourself and give your life meaning. And fuck their opinions, they won't understand. To get to the top, gotta give all you got. Only getting one shot, so give up or not until your heart stops. Gotta stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and change shit. Just stick to the
Hop out in Miami with no land, ain't got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, don't turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop CLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my neck, they acknowledge it, good friend, girl, where you're not.
Yeah. Leo. Yeah, Leo. 17 on my wrist. Yeah, move smart, take a lift. Yeah, buy tickets, take a trip. Yeah, punch you in your fucking lip. Yeah, time change for the shift. Mind change for the switch. Yeah, blind man with a blick. Yeah, if mind jam, it's a risk. Yeah, I'ma just get a bazooka. Yeah, I'ma throw dimes like I'm Luka. Yeah, I'ma just kill like Fallujah. Ain't no running from a Ruger. Yeah, I'ma just pull up and shoot ya. Why would I ever salute ya? Telling you I'm from the future. Bitch, I would never recruit ya. Hitting the blunt, I'm locked in. Sparking them up, got a boxed in. Wondering where's the boss been. You cannot talk when you cross friends. I'ma just take off on offense. I hope you know that we not friends. I'm sick and tired of nonsense. Yeah, what are my options? Whoa, yeah, I'ma go harder than ever. Ain't it better late than never? Yeah, I won't fumble under pressure. Yeah, I'ma move smart like a professor. I'ma just teach him a lesson. Yeah, I'ma just ask him a question. Wait, tell me this. Tell me, why do you switch up on all of your people? Why? It's so crazy. Why? See how easy people switch up on you. Tell me why. It's hard to find people that are really with you, that'll ride or die for you. Yeah, 17 on my wrist. Yeah, move smart, take a lift. Yeah, buy tickets, take a trip. Yeah, punch you in your fucking lip. Yeah, time change for the shift. Mind change for the switch. Yeah, blind man with a blick. Yeah, if mind jam, it's a risk. Yeah, I'ma just get a bazooka. Yeah, I'ma throw dimes like I'm Luka. Yeah, I'ma just kill like Fallujah. Ain't no running from a Ruger. Yeah, I'ma just pull up and shoot ya. Why would I ever salute ya? Telling you I'm from the future. Bitch, I would never recruit ya. To the people who doubted me, you should know you ain't getting nothing out of me. And you could be mad at me. I ain't quitting, cause it ain't my anatomy. Nothing can shatter me. Ain't doing shit with the knives in the back of me. Can't be on the track with me. Cause to be honest, your music is trashing me. You should be shot on the spot. Yeah, anybody like you need to ride. Only one shot from the Glock. Yeah, running suppressed on the block. Yeah, I ain't got time for no loser. Yeah, so I'ma just have to remove you. Yeah, cause I gotta change my maneuver. And I see no chance to improve ya. Sometimes people can't be fixed. You just gotta let them go. It's what's best for you. You gotta look after yourself in this world. Nobody's really with you. Yeah, 17 on my wrist. Yeah, move smart, take a lift. Yeah, buy tickets, take a trip. Yeah, punch you in your fucking lip. Yeah, time change for the shift. Mind change for the switch. Yeah, blind man with a blick. Yeah, if mind jam, it's a risk. Yeah, I'ma just get a bazooka. Yeah, I'ma throw dimes like I'm Luka. Yeah, I'ma just kill like Fallujah. Ain't no running from a Ruger. Yeah, I'ma just pull up and shoot ya. Why would I ever salute ya? Telling you I'm from the future. Bitch, I would never recruit ya.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here on Rumboyz After Dark, your Friday night vibe for all things NFL and fantasy football. Shout out to the artists that always submit music. That new track, Plot by the homie Radio Ray, man. That joint goes in, high quality music video. Huh?
That was fire.
Yeah. So big shout out to him. That song is blowing up on YouTube right now. So make sure you guys go give him a search, drop a comment, say, yo, I saw you on Rumboyz, love supporting, just drop a quick one. We're going to get back into the second half of this show. I am super excited for this segment. We're only going to do 8 teams because if we did all 32, it'd be that we would have to just do a whole podcast of just doing that. We're going to only do 8 teams here on this segment. Data and predictions are brought to us by CBS Sports. I'm going to throw it up on the screen, and we are going to predict these 8 NFL teams over, under season total record.
Is this the one you sent me today?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pull it up on my phone.
All righty, so here's what we're looking at. The Jaguars at 11-6. Falcons at 10-7, Texans at 7-10, Panthers at 8-9, Titans at 6-11, Saints at 7-10, Colts at 4-13, Bucks at 5-12. Mike, do you want to go first?
So am I predicting all of them, or we're going team by team?
How you guys want to do it? You want to go team by team?
I say we go team by team.
All right, let's start with the
top and then go across like in rows.
Yep, we'll go top and rows.
Jacksonville first. I think it is. I'm saying this is right on the money.
Jacksonville right on the money, 11-6.
Right on the money.
What are your thoughts about the Jag Gator over under 11-6?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna put me on the spot, say over under on it, I'm gonna say under. But I think if they're under, it's like 10, right? So I like Mike. I think that's 11-6 is a damn good spot for them. I mean, you look at the AFC South, and then who the AFC South is playing, which is also the NFC South. So it should be a fairly simple schedule for them, especially with Calvin Ridley. They've got the Calvin Ridley coming in, the weapons they had last year. They didn't lose very much, and they added so much to their arsenal. So I think the 11-6. And the only reason I would say under, it would be 10 would be where I was at with the under would be because you can't ride the over every time. As much as we want to be over, or as Underdog likes us to say, higher.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm locking in on the over as well.
I got that.
I got it as well. I'm locking in on the over at 11-6. It just feels safe with the Jags. Atlanta at 10-7. I will start this one off with a fuck no. Too much new to figure out. Too many. That's just such a bold prediction for Atlanta for me. If they're under, so it'll probably be by like 2 or 3 games. Mike.
5-12.
No, stop it. Listen,
So you're going
6 at the most.
no, it's definitely under. It's definitely under 10. It's definitely under 10. But it's the NFC South, right?
Mhm.
I'm in the NFC South. My Bucks are not a very good team right now. We're only a quarterback away. That's what we are. We're a quarterback away because if we had a
Better than
quarterback, Atlanta has every other thing in the world, including they're a running football team with a running head coach. It's what he wants to do. Arthur Smith wants to run the ball. The difference is they don't know what they have in Desmond Ridder, and they have weapons on the outside. We know what we have in Baker Mayfield. We know what we have in Kyle Trask in Tampa. For Atlanta, it's going to be under, but it could very, very easily be 8-9, 9-8, somewhere in that range. You got to remember who they're playing. You got to remember you got 6 games in division against the NFC South. Then you've got another 3 games, so 9 games total against the AFC South, right? Which is, you look at Houston, you look at, Tennessee, you look at Jacksonville, and you look at Indy.
They split that.
Sit there for Atlanta alone. You got 2 games against, whether it be Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask. You got 2 games against a rookie quarterback in Bryce Young. You got 2 games against Derek Carr with 1 weapon right now because Alvin Kamara is probably going to be out for 6 games roughly. We don't know yet, but I mean, the estimation is 6 games. And then you turn around and you look at the AFC South. They're going to play a rookie in Anthony Richardson. They're going to play a rookie in CJ Stroud. Hell, at that point, they may be playing a rookie in Tennessee. So that's where I'm saying they could actually win this with 9 games, but I'm not doing 10. I'm not saying 10.
I'm not saying 10. I'm gonna go under with Atlanta. What are we thinking about the Houston Texans at 7-10? Go ahead, Gator.
Down, under again. Again, rookie quarterback. Yes, you have Will Anderson. Yes, you have Damian Pierce. Yes, you have a couple weapons on the outside, but it's still a rookie quarterback. You still have a rookie head coach. Yeah, under. I mean, I'm sorry, lower.
I concur, y'all. I concur. Sir.
Oh my gosh.
I concur.
Here's the funny part is I'm looking at these records, and this is but CBS, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This could very easily be a Jaguars team that ends up 11-6, 10-7, and then every other team in both conferences, AFC South, NFC South, could all end up with the exact same record of like an 8-9, 7-10. Every other one of them, or even worse.
Okay. Mike, what do you think about Houston?
I concur. It's lower.
You're going lower. I'm going lower as well on Houston. Not really much to say that hasn't been said. The Carolina Panthers 8-9. Lower. I feel
Law.
I feel with the vets around them, it'll hit exactly that.
I think it's going to be closer to that than a lot people are going to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna be the lone wolf on this one.
Okay, I'm gonna be the asshole, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be lower because Bryce Young does not finish the season.
Okay.
In what capacity?
He's
I
in.
know what capacity. Yeah, because he says I know the capacity. Okay.
Because he's too little?
Yeah.
He's lower. He's lower.
No. Hey,
Lower.
he might
Low as fuck to the ground.
no, he might be lower than the Indianapolis Colts 4-13. He might be like 4'11.
All right.
He's not
My
5'12.
God.
He's not 5'12. He might be about 5'11 if he's lucky.
Y'all are wild. Tennessee Titans 6-11. Over
Who's the
under.
quarterback?
I mean, they got 3 of them, right?
Who's the quarterback?
We're gonna get to the cards in a minute.
They got 3
return.
of them. They've got the starter, at least the presumed starter of Tannehill, and then you've got what Malik Davis or Malik.
Davis.
Malik Willis.
He's a running back.
He's a running back in Dallas, by the way. Malik Willis and the banana peel eating, mayonnaise in the coffee, drinking.
Will Levis.
Kentucky bred, born in Pennsylvania, Will Levis. And I think it is still law.
5-12.
Yeah.
I don't even think they win that. I can see them being
I
a
think
fucking
it depends
dumpster.
on I think it truly depends on do they get a deal that they're okay with sending Henry away? I think Henry wins 3 games by himself.
But
Yeah,
even then,
Henry by himself wins 3 games. Yeah.
I still think there's, and I've been saying this for how long, Robbie, and I think you've heard me say it too, Gator. I think there's still an outside chance that Tannehill is in black and red down in your state.
I don't think so. I think Atlanta's fine.
Black and red.
Atlanta.
There's no way. They're not
I
going
don't
to
think
do that.
Yeah, I don't think Atlanta does that.
Listen, Arthur Smith is smarter than Jerry Jones. He may not have the money that Jerry Jones has, but he's smarter. He delegates better. He delegates better than
He delegates better. All right, what's the next one, Robbie? We all agree on this shit show.
7-10, the New Orleans Saints.
Oh.
I'm going over.
Explain why you're going to go over.
The upgrade at quarterback at Derek Carr. I think that he helps out the weapons there in the receiving core, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, etc.
Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, Rashid Shaheed, obviously, yeah. I think that they'll put together enough to maybe go 8-9.
All right.
I feel more comfortable with New Orleans going over than under.
I'm going to go under for one reason and one reason only, because you brought up Michael Thomas in your argument of the reason that they're going to be over. So I'm going to go under.
Okay. Fair enough.
Over, and then you brought up Michael Thomas. I'm like, yeah, I can't do it.
I mean, Slant Boy ain't nothing to write home about, but you know,
if he was in Denver, that'd be a whole different story.
Denver would be a damn good fit for Michael Thomas. He probably would have been able to resurrect his career, to be honest.
He doesn't need to. He's gotten paid.
This is true. Mike, what are you thinking? 7-10 over under New Orleans.
This one is a real fucking enigma to me. This is like the enigma of this freaking group of 8. If someone's holding a weapon to the back of my head and telling me that I got to choose,
it's just a pea gun. Don't worry about it. It's just a pea gun.
I'm saying under at 6-11.
Okay. The Colts at 4-13.
I'll take
rather interesting.
I think it's over.
I think it's over.
I think it's about 6 or 7. I do think Richardson is gonna win a couple games. He's gonna lose some games on his own, but he's also going to win some games on their own. And there's going to be times where they're going to rely on that guy wearing number 28 that should have been drafted by the Chiefs or, close enough, not damn number CEH. Yes, I'm still bitter, but
Golly.
I do think that the bringing the offense that Steichen is bringing over from Indy is going to do good for that team. I'm not a Pittman believer, but them bringing over, them drafting, why can't I think of his name right now? The wideout they drafted.
Pierce?
No. Josh Downs. Them getting Josh Downs along with Pierce, along with, and them still having the young guys at tight end. I think Shaq Leonard is getting older, but he's going to come back this year and have a decent season. I think this team is going to do enough to cause problems for people, but not – they're still going to be in a top 10 pick, but they're not going to be in the shit show that they were this year.
We'll be doing AFC West on next week. Trust me, I have all the predictions already downloaded.
Yeah.
Yep. And then finally, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hey, I'm the only one that wins.
Oh, you're the only one to win. Oh, go ahead, Gator.
Good Lord.
My fault.
This is not even a challenge that it's over. This is
an
absolute smash to go over. And here's why. Anthony Richardson is going to be a dude in this league, right? He landed in the perfect landing spot of all the quarterbacks. He has an offensive line set up. He's got a wide receiver core that is set up. He has a running back that is set up for him. With Jonathan Taylor, with his rushing abilities, this is a smash over. There's only a few teams early in the season that he has to, come over that hurdle, and that's the Bills and the Eagles to start off with. Those are two of the first three games that he has. One's a Saturday and one's a Thursday night game. So I'm telling you right now, this is a smash over. Indianapolis will absolutely be in the AFC playoffs this year, along with Jacksonville coming out of the AFC South. There's two of your AFC playoff teams to start with. KC, of course, is another one.
Okay. And then finally, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 5-12.
I'll let them start.
Yep, Gator, go ahead and start.
5-12. Jeez. We got to go under. We have to. We have to go under because there's only one way to get Caleb Williams in Tampa. And it can't be winning 5 games. That makes no sense. The Glaziers, as ownership crew, have done nothing but smart things. And one of them smart things will be seen in 2024. And it will be getting Caleb Williams as the next Super Bowl winning quarterback in Tampa.
I'm agreeing with under, not for that reason. I am going to agree with under.
That reason. Oh, and by the way, Caleb Williams will wear the number 12 in Tampa.
No.
That is not fucking put up on the Ring of Honor.
He's a Patriot. He's a Patriot, bro. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Besides that, how bad do you think this team really is, Gator? Take away the Caleb Williams crap out of it.
No, seriously, the team is not that bad. I mean, listen, if Baker can honestly be serviceable, we have a damn good offensive line. We have a damn good defense. Yes, we're getting a little bit older at certain parts of our defense, but it's still a damn good defense.
And that's why you're winning 7 games.
There's the catch, though. There's called a, injury, by accident.
Yeah.
It's by accident, this motherfucker, man.
I think it's 6 or 7.
No, it's under. It's under. It's definitely
I
under.
know why you're saying it.
Listen, no. Here's why. Seriously, listen to me. There is no reason for this team to. Devin White wants out,
Yes.
and I don't know why because I haven't heard all the details on it. But Devin White wants out, and if that's the case, we can trade him now. That's at least a couple of draft picks. We got decent draft capital coming next year. With what other teams have done, we're not sitting horrible when it comes to the early round draft picks. I think they should trade Mike Evans. They probably won't. They will
Send them my way.
Yeah, and that would be like the ideal
Please
fit.
give him to us.
No,
I think
my
that would
way.
be like the ideal fit would be like a KC would be like the ideal fit for him. But
Robbie, you know why I want Mike Evans. It has nothing to do
here's
with
the thing. If I was the GM in Tampa, I wouldn't even knock on your door. I'd make you knock on mine.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, yeah, you're not going to give me enough. Because I know what you're going after. You want that big gold ring that you're going to be putting on your finger at the end of the year.
Yep.
So I would want multiple pieces along with multiple draft picks because he's a 1,000-yard receiver every freaking year. And
I'll
you're
give you
putting him
Kadarius Toney, but
Ew.
plus.
No, plus, yeah.
Plus.
A fuck ton.
Hang on, let me get Santa Claus's list. I'll be right back.
Oh Lord.
I don't think it's gonna be as with the way the value.
It's not. It's truly not. It's not this long list. But I mean, it's just one of those ones. I'm gonna make you knock on my door to come get him.
Yes.
Clyde Clancy, the next Aaron Donald.
Completely.
Look, the Kalijah Clancy is that pick there was absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like they were able to fucking hold out and get Aaron Donald in the 75th round of the NFL draft.
You know, when Mike preferences it the way that he has, I mean, Baker Mayfield can't be that fucking bad to where it goes under 5 and 12 with the receivers that he's going to have.
But again, you're playing. You got to look at who they got to play.
Yeah,
True.
they're playing the NFC South and AFC South, like you mentioned. Baker can get you 3 wins on his own in that.
Baker can get you 64 losses real quick too.
Yes, he can. We've seen it.
I'm gonna go over.
Yes.
Final decision. I'm going over.
Give me my under. Let's go, baby.
Final choice. I'm going over. Alrighty. And that leads us into another prediction segment here.
I don't remember this.
Did we talk about this?
You and I did. The other night. So the Arizona Cardinals are. I think this has to be like the first time ever in NFL history, for like a betting standpoint, that a team is projected to be underdogs in every single game heading into the season. Yeah, and it's bad. Like the spreads are bad.
Well, on some of them.
What are our thoughts here, gentlemen? I'll throw this up throughout segments. Mike, we'll start with you.
Honest truth, Gator's gonna hate me saying this. I think they're the ones that end up with Caleb Williams.
No, they're gonna fuck that up, and they're gonna go like Drake May or something.
I think they go 2 or 3, and that's it.
Can't stop trolling Arizona sports with the Coyotes. Yeah, because they're losing the Coyotes.
You mean the Kansas
Arizona's
City
probably not going to be a sports city. Yeah, they're probably not going to be a sports city much longer. Shit.
So what is it? So is Arizona going to move to like St. Louis?
The Yotes?
No. I'm saying the Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals! I have no idea.
But that's what I'm saying. Remember back in the day, it was the Cardinals were actually from Chicago.
Yeah, and then they
moved to St. Louis. They were there for 15 years, 20 years, and then they moved to Arizona. So I guess move them back to St. Louis, And then Arizona can just get like, the national
The XFL
championship
team.
game every 63 years or whatever it is. I don't whatever 5 years, whatever it is.
He was in the 60s and the numbers in the 60s, guy. I've noticed
I
this
think
trend.
it was a while. It's been a
Okay,
while.
so I think they
Oh.
beat the Rams and Texans.
Just take the two easiest ones on the freaking schedule, asshole.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. I'm saying they're going to win those
Yeah.
because they can't win much.
why don't you pick week 17?
They're not going to because Seahawks are going to need that win in the hunt to get into the playoffs.
Well, that's
So they're
week
not-
18, by the way.
18.
But, yeah.
Oh, week 18.
Pay
Week
attention.
17, Philly's going to need that too.
Well, no, they're not. They're going to be freaking sitting on their hands and hands because they're not going to be playing anybody in the NFC East.
They're going to need
Yeah,
it for
but
home
their
field. They're gonna
backups
need
are
it for
probably
home
still
field
better than
advantage.
fucking. Their backups are still probably better than the Eagles. Fucking.
Listen,
the
I
Eagles'
said
backups are still better.
I said it last night, and I'll say it again. If
Only good team is the Diamondbacks.
if I could get a line right now of 4.5, I would take the over. I would take the over because the value is going to be there. Look at you sit there and look at it. It's very easy. It's very easy to look at them and go, okay, they could beat they could win in week 6. They could win in week 8. They could win in week 9. They could win in week 11. They could win in week 12. They could then turn them right around and win week 17 and 18, just depending on what the playoffs are.
We still don't know how greatly improved the Bears are. We're just assuming that the Bears are just.
I'm just looking at where the schedule lies. Week 17, week 18. Right? When you look at those 2 weeks, the Eagles should have clinched by then. They may be resting. Seattle either is going to be in or out. They could be resting. There's 2 right there. We don't know what the Ravens are going to be with Lamar, with everything else going on with that, with Bateman, having a rookie, having OBJ there, confusion all over the place. The Rams, we all know, is going to be screwed up. There's 2 games against the Rams. If I could get 4.5 and I take the over and get like a plus, 240, 250 or better? Just saying.
No, I mean that's valid. That's valid. Part of me wants to go.
Free Buddha Baker, baby. Free Buddha Baker.
Part of me wants to say they over 3.5.
See, and yeah, that's the thing though, is I'm looking at 4.5, but if I could get 3.5 in the same number,
yeah. If I get 3.5 juiced, then yeah. I feel like
because you're looking at it like they're dogs in every game.
Yeah.
They're gonna win 1. They're gonna stumble into 1 win.
Right? Yeah,
and there's a game that they're just gonna dominate somebody. Whether it's Houston or whether it's the Rams, they're gonna dominate that game. Well, it may not be both of the games, but they're going to dominate that one game. Everything's going to click. There's 2 wins. And
Cards being Texans, possibly Falcons, Rams.
So, yeah, if I could get juice on 4.5 or 3.5,
I mean, we still have to factor in
the Super Bowl. That might be better than making the Super Bowl prediction.
No, I mean for real, because like when you really kind of like look at it, like you said, they're gonna stumble in, to a couple wins here or there. Teams play even sucky teams when they play the divisional matchups, end up pulling out, a win here or there in those divisional matchups. So I mean, maybe you can automatically tack on at least 2 within the division. Maybe they beat the Seahawks once and they beat the Rams once. Or who's to say they don't fucking beat the dog shit out the Rams twice just because they know them that well? And the Rams are on the decline. Who's to say that Matthew Stafford stays healthy? Who's to say that Cooper Kupp stays healthy? I hope he does. But like just different.
Get traded.
Exactly. Who's to say that it's so many different variables, that can happen throughout the season. I feel like the safe bet there with Arizona is probably over. I feel like if you're literally predicting them to lose every game, I think Vegas puts this out there and has blog posts and podcasts and people like us to put this up on our show, so that when we're talking to the masses, we're like, yeah, no, fuck that, like they're gonna lose every single game, because like when you look at it, it's like, oh well, like, but realistically, I think the safest bet with this in the way that I play it is over. I won't say safe, but I would say over.
I think I think that's actually the safe bet is the over, because you can't go under.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna $100 to win $100?
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're gonna stress that week 8, from week 1 to week 18, right? So
Exactly.
if you bet the over, whether it's 1, whether it's 2, whether it's 3, whether it's 3.5, you're looking for juice the whole way. And every one, you're like, yes, that's money. Yes, that's money.
Yep.
Yes, that's money. And when you hit that money at that 3.5, 4.5, if they get the 5 wins and you hit it at 4.5 at whatever, what are they? I don't even know what the line is right now on if you can even look at futures for that. But I would imagine it's got to be if they're putting it out there now at 0 wins, I would bet it's somewhere to 5,000 to 1.
Oh yeah.
Right? Does that make? I mean, that's got to be close, right? 4,300, something like that.
I'm about to try and look right now.
So I would. I mean, you throw $100 down and you're going to win $4,000. And you're going to stress what, week 3? Shit. But you throw $100 down to say that they're going to not win a game, and you're stressing fucking 18 weeks, 19 weeks. Fuck that.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I don't want any parts of that action.
And that's just to be basically even money. Jeez, no. No. Give me something like 43 to 1 or 63 to 1. I'll bet you it's got to be close to 5. It's got to be close to 5 to at if you can set your own line. When they got alternate lines. I don't even know if they do that for for futures, but
yeah.
Jesus, if they're gonna say 0 right now, I would bet
over.
Go ahead.
Over 4.5 is minus 130.
That didn't even sound right.
For team total wins. That's why I just got off of DraftKings. But they have them as dogs for every game. But they're marking them for 4.5 total wins on the line.
So yeah, the motherfucking goddamn DraftKings is listening to us right now. and that shit just changed because it was fucking 0 wins. And now all of a sudden, because we talked about 3.5, 4, now they want to put the fucking line at 4.5. You fucking DraftKings assholes. Y'all are assholes, by the way. Just letting you know, DraftKings, fuck off. Quit listening.
But I would probably parlay that with a couple of other different
you have
futures.
to at this point. If they're giving
I would parlay that.
130, fuck off.
Bro, there's enough teams that I'm confident in that will hit their overs. They'll like do their respective jobs. Where I'll parlay that with some good value.
Thanks, Leaf.
Cash out. Yeah, DJ's flying.
Son of a bitch.
Straight up.
We can't even give our people fucking a heads up on go get this now without fucking DK in our shit.
Well, we did the other night, technically. I mean,
I hope somebody hit it the other night then, because fucking assholes now.
What a
douchebag company that is.
Yeah, we're about to fucking run to another sports book.
I'm just fucking playing. I'm just playing. Assholes for listening in though.
Exactly. Fucking keep playing around, DraftKings. Find my asshole over at BetMGM. Fuck around, find out.
Screw you both right now. Screw you both. Wasn't bringing it up.
Boy. Oh,
So yes,
Gator being the dynasty mind.
no. So let me say it.
Yep,
Gator.
yep. I knew it.
So-
I knew it. I knew it's coming.
so-
See ya. What's up, my dude?
So last night, Seayard hit Gator up about a dynasty trade question, not realizing that he was trading up right in front of me. He didn't realize it. I had 2 picks in that round. I picked Deontay, and I was about to pick Kenny Pickett until this motherfucker below me tells him to trade up and take Pickett. Seayard didn't.
I didn't tell him who to pick.
No, but you helped him take the pick to get Pickett. But Seayard didn't know that I was right there. I didn't realize that he made the trade, right? So I see the pick, see it's him. I thought he made the pick earlier. I sent him a text, and all his put was, "You suck."
I feel like you that happens to you more often than not.
Now,
what's funny is
what's the best part about it is he had actually like 3 or 4 trades in his inbox.
Yeah, he did.
And he sent me the pictures of them. And he's like, "Hey, I want some help." And I was like, "All right, I hope no worries." Did not even realize you were in the league until that happened.
Yep,
that happened with me.
He sends me the trades, and I was like, "I don't mind this trade. Fuck those other 2 guys.
Yeah,
Get more in this trade." When it comes to draft and for especially for startups, and that's the way this league that they're talking about is a startup league.
Yeah.
So I don't like the
yeah.
1-for-1s, right?
Yeah.
And at this point, he had already traded away his 24 first and 24 second.
Yep.
So now we have to gain more
capital.
We got to gain. We are a win now team. If we're gonna trade 24 first, 24 second, we got to go get now.
I'm telling you, everyone finds a way. So Pat's been texted before for advice for someone to end up, getting over and jumping over Mike. Pat has texted me, and I've helped him, and it's backfired on Mike.
Well, this is all backfiring on Mike because Mike sends me a message. Actually, sends me a text one day, and he's like, "Hey, Seayard,
it was my fault."
Seayard wants some advice, but he wants it from a third party. Would you mind helping him out? And I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
I said, tell him to DM me.
Well, that's what Seayard should be doing. He shouldn't be asking fucking Mike.
He couldn't DM. Well, Mike's in the league, right? So
exactly,
he couldn't DM me. So I hit him up on Twitter. I was like, now you can DM me.
Yeah.
Last night he sends me a message, and I'm like, what's up, dude? Connor's like, so now I need help.
So remember on Tuesday night when I put that remember when I was talking strategy on one of my things, and I said the quarterback situation didn't work out, Gator?
Yeah.
And in the chat you said Carr or Gino.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same league.
Oh, okay.
So guess who I ended up with after he took Pickett?
Gino.
Yes, sir.
Hey, nice.
That's where the tier is. So
I got Herbert and Gino.
I don't hate that though.
Let's get into our final debate of the night. Because we're already talking about fantasy football. So literally, this is the perfect segue into it. It's fantasy football pick'em time. We do this practically like every year around this time, where I take a couple players and we give you guys reasons as to who you should draft for whatever reasons why. We kind of try and help appeal to each and every person's psyche behind, different reasons, and we give our different strategies as to why we would take a certain player over another.
Oh, so we're going either or. Okay.
It's 4. It's 4. So you can pick one out of the 4. It's wide receiver 2 edition. Of course, we're breaking down our favorite wide receiver 2s tonight. So we have T. Higgins. We have, if we get done with this topic in enough time, Leafs, I'll drop some boxing analysis up. I'll get one of the guys to pull up the odds, and I'll drop some analysis. We have T. Higgins. On rah, the sun god. We have, I gotta look at my list. Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith. You can only pick one to be your number 2 on your fantasy football roster. Mike, you start.
Out of these four, I've taken Jalen Waddle to be number one on my football roster. So if that's the case, I'm taking Jalen Waddle. I'm taking Jalen Waddle every time, even though I love two of the other guys a lot. I'm taking Jalen Waddle. I think even him being technically the number 2 on that team, he can hold value, and he's still young enough. I thought he was the number 1 receiver coming out over Devonta that year, and there hasn't been enough of a swing to pull me off.
And remember that we're doing this. We're just a preference. We're doing this for redraft purposes. Everyone, it's redraft that we're prefacing this one.
Still taking Waddle.
Okay. I mean, in a 2 QB format, you'd be able to get a Tua Waddle stack fairly equitable. I don't feel like that you'd be finding yourself paying up for either or. So it's equitable. I love QB1 with QB2 stacks. I think that when you're kind of abiding by that method, you put yourself in a better position to push for playoffs versus early on trying to pull off. Don't get me wrong, if you get a wide receiver 1 and a QB1 stack, that's beautiful. But just in terms of grabbing value, having balance, having guys that'll compete, from week 1 all the way to week 18, when you're staring down the barrel of a championship, and you need guys to be on the field and get the job done. And it also, to your point, Waddle's on a team to where they could possibly find themselves fighting for a wild card spot. So come week 18, he's definitely having to be on the field. I like that. I like that take. And then if anything ever happens to Tua, you always have any of his serviceable QBs as backups off the waiver wire that you're likely going to be in position to grab. As long as your league is playing with fab and not the bullshit. What do we call that again? I can't remember what the old school. What's the old school waiver wire one? The old school.
Waiver wire.
No, not the fab waiver wire. Is it still waiver wire? It's waiver wire. Just the regular waiver wire. The old school waiver wire. I hated that shit. It's like, well, you lost, so you get the number 1 pick this week.
Oh, you're talking about the what's the order? Yeah, the order.
It was I can't remember what that was called. What that damn. I'm old. I've been playing fantasy since fucking God knows.
I know what you mean. Though. It's the order of the waiver. Yeah.
Yeah. Waiver order. Yeah.
You suck so bad you are first in the waiver order.
Yep. What are your thoughts with these 4 guys? All of them are great pickups, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. And I love Mike's pick there with Waddle because Waddle is a 1 in any other offense.
Denver.
In any other offense, he's a 1. This guy is a 1 in his offense, and that's Amon-Ra, the sun god, Brown. Listen, dude is a beast, and with no JMO for at least the first half of the year, Amon-Ra is going to be value. You're going to pick him up before you get to, and you can still get fucking Jared Goff like round 13 right now. Round 13, you can pick up his quarterback and get a stack right away in a redraft startup. Dude is smashing 1,100 yards last year, 6 TDs, 900 yards the year before, 5 TDs. He's just going to get better. There is no reason not to have Amon-Ra St. Brown on this list and probably above both Higgins and Waddle and Devontae Smith. All of them are 2s in their own offense. Amon-Ra is the only one in his offense as the start of the season.
Okay. I like that take. That was actually the take that I was gonna make.
Well, you should have left him off the list then.
I didn't put these 4 together. But no, I like that take, especially kind of what you mentioned about being able to grab Jared Goff round 13. Again with that you mean using the example of a 2 QB format. Yeah, maybe I go ahead and I get as my first QB I grab I'll pull a name out the air, Justin Herbert. But then when I come back around, because of how I've been building my teams, let's say I grab Amon-Ra,
You're
You
gonna
know,
have to pick Amon-Ra like and probably the early third at the latest.
yeah,
Early third,
yeah,
mid third at the latest.
yeah, and then that allows me plenty of time to build the.
2QB, it may be the fifth. It may be the fifth in the 2QB.
Yeah, and that gives me plenty of time to be able to build up the rest of my roster, construct the rest of my roster, and then when it comes around the turn to be able to grab my second QB, if Jared Goff is sitting right there, I've already gotten on my raw. That's an easy decision for me to make. That's process of elimination. I've already gotten the receiver. I probably have already gotten maybe a top end, another top end receiver. Maybe like a Devontae, a Reek, or Jamar Chase, or I've already gotten a wide receiver one, come back around, then I've already got my QB one, come back around, boom, I lock in on my raw. Now I just play the waiting game to get Jared Goff. I like that tactic. I really like that tactic. I might even use that in best ball mania.
Stop it! You're gonna owe me money if that happens.
Dude, that's that. I would even probably even run that in like a single QB best ball. Like I'd be willing to do that. That's some sneaky shit, Gator. Okay, for me, I'm gonna go ahead and give T Higgins a little bit of credit here, because of the name value of Higgins and just what Cincinnati has kind of built themselves into over the last 2.5 years, with just the high power type of football they've been playing. Joe Mixon ain't gonna be in that backfield, so clearly this team is about to go to the air a lot. Like this team's identity is through the air. I feel like Cincinnati's about to get ready to half-ass completely abandon the run. They're not going to completely abandon it, obviously, but in comparison to what we've been spoiled with in that offense, I think it's time where Zach Taylor's like, yo, fuck it, go out there, Joe Burrow, and just fling it, which makes it a Burrow T Higgins kind of stat combo for me. Yes, I'm paying up on both ends. Even if Higgins is going to be your wide receiver 2, you're going to have to pay up for him to land as a 2. I feel like your best bet with Higgins and your best return on investment is if you're operating with him in a stack situation. I don't think that it works for you as valuable without Burrow. So be careful how you kind of play with Higgins. But Higgins is an absolute monster. He's definitely earned respect as a 2, and he knows how to play his position on that offense, and he's going to come through for you and be fairly consistent.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Higgins argument because Higgins is a true 2. He'd probably be a 1 on most teams or on some other teams.
Denver, yeah. I'm going to keep rolling Denver under the bus. I don't give a fuck.
Why is Denver keep being that? Sean Payton is not trading Jerry Jeudy.
I know.
But is he trading Cortland Sutton?
And that's possible, but he's not trading
all those receivers, dog. That is the worst fucking receiving core to me, aside from Arizona.
Listen, when he says on draft day he got his guy, when he got, was it Marvin Mims?
Yes, sir.
So I mean, the answer's in the
Mims is my boy.
I know.
So I love the Higgins deal. My question when it comes to Higgins, just like what Leafs just said, and I know we're talking redraft, so it doesn't matter in the redraft mindset, but the contract.
I mean, it matters. The contract does matter in the redraft mindset because you don't want to find yourself in like a Golden Tate situation. Like a Kenny Galladay situation. I did not mean for both those comparisons to come from the same team. But you don't. No one wants to.
Kenny who? Kenny who?
Right? Yeah. You don't want to find. You don't want to find yourself in a midseason trade.
That's who. Kenny G, mofos.
My gosh.
That was like president.
That last goal by Vegas was insane. Holy shit. 3-2. 3-2. It was 2-2 game, 3-2.
I'm watching the other game.
You watching the Eastern Conference Finals?
It's 107-104 with 21 seconds left.
That's why we don't watch that crap.
Yeah, I ain't watching fucking the East. I hate the Celtics, bro.
Celtics are losing.
He won't even put the Celtics on his TV.
Yeah, I won't even put the Celtics on my fucking TV, dog. Don't play with me.
We had this discussion last night.
I don't want them to win either.
Okay, cool. So I feel like we all kind of made valid arguments. And I'm sure if we had a fourth on, someone would make an argument for Devontae. With Devontae, it's no slight. I just feel like that offense has so many different ways it can operate. I don't want to be relying on my two to have like a big game here and there. I just want the consistency. And I don't think that I'm going to get it game in and game out with Devontae.
I think you will. But it's going to be a smaller consistent. You know, the number is going to be lower. So it's instead of it being that 11-12, it's going to be that 8-9.
And I don't want to deal with that, like because in comparison to the other three on this list, I just feel like I'm going to get more value. And I'm going to get less headache and less stress throughout the season, week in and week out, with any of those three, a variation of any of those three, than I am with Devontae. You know, so but yeah, they wanted me to break down boxing really quick before we got off air. Anyone want to pull up those odds? What's up, Mike?
Haney is -270. Lomo is +220.
That fight's closer than what the fuck I thought it was.
Can we talk about NASCAR when we're done this?
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely fucking.
Let me pull up those odds.
I knew you
Hey,
had
Preakness is this weekend. Is it Preakness this weekend?
Yes. Preakness is this weekend.
Yep. I might pick a horse. I haven't decided.
Man, you need to pick a horse.
I should pick a horse. Yeah, I should pick a horse.
You should find one to ride for sure.
Oh my gosh.
But no. Did I say that? I'm sorry. I thought I was muted. My bad.
But no, for real. Loma Haney, that fight's a lot closer. What I was going to say before we got on air, or before I saw what I saw before getting on air.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you saw what happened today.
After getting pushed, I think that you hit the wrong button for Loma. You had no like Devin Haney had no business pushing him during weigh-ins. That was a very violent push. That was not a typical, press conference weigh-ins push. Haney seemed to be very in his feelings. And honestly, I felt like the push, he did it because he was scared and he wanted to try and see if he could intimidate Lomachenko. And to me, when a fighter's coming into the ring and scared and scared plus youth usually makes for a deadly combination in boxing, especially when you're on the come up. I think he's worried about losing. I think that Haney is already thinking about losing. I think I'm going to take the Olympic champion, two-time Olympic champion Ukrainian Loma in this one. And I could be wrong, but
here's what I will say. I don't know either one of these. I don't pay attention to a lot of boxing, but I know he's Ukrainian. There's been a lot of drama. He's going to fight for his country. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I remember back in the day, a young Mike Tyson doing these pushing, these wanting to get into somebody's heads at Evander Holyfield. And when he got into Evander Holyfield's head, I mean, he got into his head. And then it wasn't very long after that he got his ass beat. He took a knockout. So these young kids that want to try to get in somebody's head, that try to, intimidate. These are professional athletes on both sides. Always take the one that's trying to be intimidated.
Miami won 111-105.
Nice. Let's go.
Miami, let's go, baby.
What are your thoughts on this bout, Mike? Because I know that you know boxing really well. Fighting really well.
Give me Lomo.
Really?
I've been a Lomo fan for a while, but
Same.
But are you flying the for Ukraine flag yet?
No.
That's all I need to know. I mean,
Here's the
you
thing.
have to fly it, right?
Here's the thing.
I mean, for this fight, yeah, or
Yeah,
for period, yes.
Here's the thing. I watched right on my way home. I saw the video, and Lomo didn't even. Lomo was like a stone cold. Just didn't even give any reaction either way. Didn't giggle about it and walk away. Didn't get mad and walk away. Haney pushed him. Didn't even give the security time to react. Turned around and walked off like
walked
a little
off. Yeah,
and just
he
took
pushed
off.
him and walked off.
Like
he kind of bitch slapped.
He pushed him, turned around, and walked off the stage and left.
It was a bitch move. It was a bitch move. It smells like bitch in here.
Like, yes. Okay, let's get a little technical here. And I know Gator doesn't follow boxing, and he's going off the stuff that matters too. But
yeah,
on the fighting side, the only thing that scares me is the reach that Haney has compared to Lomo. Lomo's going to have to get in and get out because he does have T-Rex arms compared to. But
Loma's a very technical fighter, and he has.
That's why I think he'll be okay.
Yeah,
he's just going to have to get it out. Haney's going to have to catch him coming in. Haney's going to have to catch him with the straight coming in to get him to slow down and be a little more timid.
And also as hard as Haney pushed him, it's like, okay, so now I know your strength. Now I have a little bit of a measure, and that was one of the things that Lomo said in the post weigh-in interview. He's like, I felt, because the interviewer was like, did you feel his power? He said he wanted to do it to kind of show you his power. He's like, yeah, I felt it. He's like, I'm not worried about it. Lomo's a smaller fighter.
The only thing is Lomo hasn't fought in a while.
Yeah, and he hasn't fought in a while. I mean, he went and served his country, during the war, and
yeah, for sure.
There's been a few things going on over there.
Yeah.
I got two people that I work with, both ladies that are Ukrainian, and the one actually fought. Like, she came up to me today and she goes, "Are you watching the fight tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Oh, you?" She's like, "Oh yeah, me and my friends are watching the fight." She goes, "I don't like boxing, but we're cheering. Like, they're coming together for him."
So did you invite her over, or are y'all going to the bar?
Oh no, this one.
No. I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying like that's like they get the wife. Y'all go to the bar. You get a bunch of Ukrainians. You're flying the flag. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no! I think they're watching it at some old lady's house.
That's what I'm getting at. Is let's go.
And CR said we have two Ukrainians.
Mike
got the Riz.
Mike
God,
the Riz. Mike is the Riz.
No, I'm super excited for the fight tomorrow. Y'all did say that y'all wanted me to stream that for y'all. You know what? I love y'all. We'll do it. But Mike, if you just want to take some time, throw a graphic together, get it to me tomorrow morning. Yeah, we gonna do the fight for you guys, because I love you guys.
Is that on? Yeah, that's a pay-per-view, or is that on ESPN?
It's a pay-per-view.
Oh, okay. I am not doing pay-per-view. I
didn't say I was buying the fight.
Oh, okay. How are you going to watch it then?
In my room?
Never mind. I don't want to know the answer. I don't want to know the answer. Never mind. What the fuck was that question for?
What was that movie?
That question. Shut up.
What was that movie where they were like, where like the cop, he was like, where do you live? And he was like, where the sky meets the land, and something. And like, he's like, well, where do you live? He's like, I'm his neighbor.
Son of a bitch right there keeps talking. I don't know where his mouth is, but I'm gonna. God damn it!
You pointing at your Rolling Stones picture?
Yes, where the mouth is wide open, where he's.
Yeah. Shout out to Mick. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Rumboyz After Dark. Anything that you fellas want to add here in the last like couple minutes? No. No.
I'm good.
Okay. Cool.
I'm feeling good now.
No, shit.
You got that good buzz going?
I'm feeling
Good. I'm probably gonna go bother my roommate. Be like, yo, you trying to smoke that joint now? Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Rumboyz After Dark, live here every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, on both YouTube and Twitch. Looks like I'm probably gonna be live for the game and the fight tomorrow, actually. So I'm gonna give you guys that's 6 hours, 8 hours.
Go Nuggets.
I'm gonna give you guys a lot of coverage tomorrow. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to stream for you guys. Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Dilly. Fuck the Nuggets. Yeah.